what have you done for ghostwriting? Like, what are some of
My best,
what are
yeah,
some of your qualifications you can talk about?
my best novels have been memoirs and historical fictions. I've was blessed to have clients over the years who had wonderful stories within their own families. Some were soldiers at war. Um, some were great heroes in battles for freedom for their individual countries. Um, a lot of times, the stories come from survival of a high degree of difficulty or abusive or bad childhood, and what the person has gone on to do to overcome and become a success in life in some endeavor. Um, Many times people look back on their lives and they want to leave a legacy for their
Mm-hmm.
children and their grandchildren, and they want something written, even if they never get it published. However, I've been fortunate that most of the times the folks, even who start out like that, um, wind up having a great story. They don't even know it sometimes, and they might self-publish at first, or some are fortunate enough to have an agent who takes them on and then promotes the book with mainstream publishing houses.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, the stories have come out with universal themes in a grand fashion, and they've taken off. So um, the the characteristic of all of them is a client. I say a client because a lot of times um, to a ghostwriter, you're the worker and they're the client. They're the boss. So the word client is interchangeable with other words, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times a client, they really just want something written, um, and they're willing to invest the time and the money and the resources to do it. Um, and they come to someone like me to do it. They don't have a lot of times they have a great deal of experience in the world of business or corporate enterprise. Some are professors, teachers, um,
Mm-hmm.
doctors, retired military, um, CEOs of major companies, and they have all that experience, but they've never put together a book. They don't know, and they even might be very good at writing things out. They might have a good style of narrative description and grasping the language in a way that's a step above most others. They don't have to, but some do. But even if they have that, it's hard to know how to put together a complete manuscript and get the book. A lot of times, it's all about the editing. It's learning what to put in and what to take out, what to cut. You can't go on to describe a life completely. Might take 800, 1,000 pages to do it justice. But guess what? That won't be publishable. You got to learn to cut
Yeah.
it back. So that's where the role of a ghostwriter with a lot of experience to know what's important to leave in, what you have to really develop, and what things can be narrated without full development. Those are the kinds of things that a ghostwriter knows or should know before they get started. Even for your audience, people that are trying to get into the world of writing and ghostwriting, there's a lot to learn. They might be good writers and they might have a lot of experience with their own stories or journals or things of that nature. But to know how to convert that into a novel um, with 20 chapters or 25 chapters and try to keep it under 80,000 words or try to keep it under 300 pages. These are the things that agents and publishing houses look for. And even if you're self-publishing, even if the client is self-publishing, their expenses go up exponentially once they get above 300, 400 pages as far
Mm-hmm.
as publishing a book.